Gisteren bij het presidentieel paleis was Sunweb TV aanwezig om de opname van Chinees nieuwjaar op de werelderfgoedlijst en het verwelkomen van het lentefestival van het jaar van de slang in 2025. Chandrika Persat Santokhi, president van de Republiek Suriname, gaf tijdens zijn toespraak aan dat de Chinezen deel uitmaken van lobi sranan.
It is with great honor and joy that I stand before you today to celebrate the Chinese New Year, the Year of the Snake. The Year of the Snake symbolizes wisdom, transformation, and resilience. In the Chinese culture, the snake represents strategy, intuition, and the ability to adapt to challenges with grace and determination. These are qualities that resonate deeply with us here in Suriname as we navigate the complexities and opportunities of the modern world while staying rooted in our values and tradition. I express my congratulations to the Chinese community for the inclusion of the Spring Festival on the UNESCO's World Cultural Heritage List. I thank the Chinese business community organizations on the leadership of Mr. Ma Roy for organizing this important gathering. The Chinese community, those who have been here for generations, and those who have recently made Suriname their home, is an invaluable part of our diverse society and economy. Your presence for over 170 years in Suriname has enriched our society in many ways, and we thank you for your contribution. Our relations with the People's Republic of China are not merely built on political and diplomatic relations, but it is rooted in a strategic and historical partnership characterized by respect, friendship, and commitment. And I reaffirm our commitment to the One China policy and the global cooperation initiatives such as the Road and the Belt Initiative. Last year, my state visit to China was an auspicious moment, and my discussions with President Xi Jinping were extremely fruitful, and we looked in strengthening and broadening these relationships further. This year also holds special significance for our country, Suriname, in many ways. We will hold general elections as part of our democratic process on the 25th of May. A couple of months later, we will celebrate the 50th anniversary of Suriname's independence. We must approach these pivotal moments in our nation's history with unity, responsibility, and a shared commitment to building a brighter future for all. We must make the right choice to continue the path of recovery and make Suriname prosperous again. My government has not spared any effort to reform our economic and financial system, including the restructuring of the high debt we took over in 2020. Apart from the economic reforms, many other policy areas needed to be addressed, from education, health, to transport, energy, and social program. With limited resources and a strict reform program, we invested as well in providing the necessary public security and judicial security. We have strengthened the police force, restructured the management, and invested in more equipment. And in December last year, but also in the coming weeks, we will purchase more vehicles to guarantee safety and security for all citizens. I am pleased that many Chinese shops owners have followed the training on managing security threats and circumstances. But I'm sure that you will agree that we have a better economic climate than 4 years ago. There are no problems with foreign currency transactions. The exchange rate is stable and the monetary reserves have increased. Regular imports of all goods take place. There is economic growth now, which means that more purchasing power is available for consumption. Trade is flourishing and investments are on the rise. My government has also executed several measures to ease the travel to Suriname. Visa requirements have been liberalized and several innovations have been put in place to improve ease of doing business. Applications for work permits have been simplified and expedited processing has been put in place, and we will continue in the remaining period and with your support also after the 25th of May with these measures. Last week, my government approved the new draft investment code which provides incentives for national and international investors and companies. This draft legislation will be submitted to the State Council for advice, and thereafter it will be sent to the Parliament for the final approval. We are convinced that Suriname, with support from friendly and long-standing partners, has a bright future. For this to continue, this policy and political constellation have to continue. Given the depth of the economic and financial problems and the decades-long arrears in investments in many critical economic and service sectors, it is impossible to repair everything in 5 years. So, ladies and gentlemen, our job is not done yet, and we know what needs to be done, and we will do so. That's why we need to continue to make Suriname healthy and prosperous again for everyone. En lek faweta ke en sranan tongo aburoko walanti aburoko fu ara regering musgodoro and we godoro nangamoro bunsani. My brothers and sisters, Ambassador, over the years, Suriname has benefited from China's financial support and technical expertise to execute important infrastructural and agricultural projects. Many large companies from China have been established for decades. Today, we observe the continued interest of Chinese companies to invest in Suriname in mining, bridge building, and new industries in the West. And I'm also pleased that the debt restructuring has been completed at all levels. And I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to the government of the People's Republic of China. I believe this opens up possibilities for new arrangements to support the Suriname's economy and the specifically identified projects in terms of security and infrastructure. To our Chinese friends and the entire Chinese Surinamese community, I extend my heartfelt wishes for a prosperous year of the snake. Your presence, contribution, and support is very much appreciated. You have become part of Unu Lobi Sranan. Your culture is rich, wise, and forward-looking. The Chinese community is now also engaged in electoral politics, and the presence of Mr. Wang Ru, a young Chinese descendant, as a new parliament member, is a living proof of that. But we need more people like Wang in our political system. We will continue with engaging you also in that regard so that you can join us, as we call it in the many beautiful flower country, the Brumchi Jari of Sranan. Let the wisdom of the snake guide us towards a future of shared stability, success, and harmony.